Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, you read that video correctly. We lost Hulk Hogan on Thursday morning at the age of 71. The reports that had come out were such that he had went into cardiac arrest and the police showed up. They responded to that call. And when he got to the hospital, Morton Plant Hospital in Clearwater, Florida, he was pronounced dead. Now, I'm really sad about the death of Hulk Hogan. I've been a Hulk Hogan fan for as long as I can remember. I grew up watching Hogan when I was a kid. I loved it when he turned heel, when he joined the NWO. Bash at the Beach, 1996. It was just great because all those years that Hogan was an iconic, legendary wrestler. He put professional wrestling on the map. For all those years that he was telling the kids to take their vitamins, say their prayers and all that stuff, to see him turn and go in the opposite direction was just awesome. I loved it. And the NWO, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the third man, and coincidentally, he was the third big name to die this week. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ozzy Osbourne, and then the third man being Hulk Hogan. Funny how that works, huh? But anyway, I've always been a Hulk Hogan fan, and the news of his death is just really hard to take. I mean, I don't know. He was that iconic, legendary pro wrestler. I mean, he was Thunder Lips in Rocky III. You know, he made Sly Stallone look really small compared to how big he was. Yeah. It's just been a rough day, you know. Hulk Hogan, of all people. No one expected this. I read somewhere that Hulk Hogan has some health issues. I don't know how true it is. I don't want to give any, false information. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart said that, oh yeah, he's good, baby. He's good. And then we find out about his death. It's like, what? Because I saw something on Facebook. It was like a glimmer of a, or maybe even a glimpse of a Facebook post. Hulk Hogan dies. It's like, I think someone's pulling my leg here. So I did a Google search, and the first thing that popped up, Hulk Hogan dead at 71. It's like, what? And I immediately went out and told Dad. I said, you're not going to believe this, Dad. And he says, what? I said, Hulk Hogan died. He says, what? I said, yeah. It was on Google. Hulk Hogan died at 71. He's like, no shit. I said, I know. I'm in shock, just utter disbelief. I just couldn't believe what I read. And it just come out of nowhere. With Ozzy Osbourne, we expected it. We knew that he was not in the best of health. Ozzy had Parkinson's. And Malcolm Jamal Warner, that was a shocking thing to hear about, the accidental drowning in Costa Rica. But Hulk Hogan, I mean, I'm still in shock. I've been a Hulk Hogan fan my entire life. I was born during the Hulkamania run in the 80s. But I do remember, like, the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, when Hulk Hogan was still a big name. And he was just a familiar face that we grew up with. And I think that's why so many of us are, just taking it so hard, because he was a familiar face. We grew up watching him on TV. I remember when Monday Night Raw first debuted in 1993. I remember that like it was yesterday, and boy, that was a great time. But Hulk, we love you. We miss you. Thank you so much for the memories. And let me tell you something, brother. We'll love you forever, Hulk. Rest in peace.